and the Knicks in the NBA playoffs. Different network, same fun. Inside Radio City Music Hall as we are rocking and rolling through round 2 of the 2013 NFL Draft. We are up to the 53rd overall selection. It is the Cincinnati Bengals and Tim Krumrie back striding with purpose and wearing a great hat.
With the 53rd pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Margus Hunt, defensive end, SMU.
And things just got interesting. Margus Hunt is a former junior world champion, Estonian shot put and discuser. Went to SMU. He's 6'7". He's a kick blocking freak. And Mel, he really created a name for himself.
I'll tell you, go back to that Pitt Bowl game a few years ago against the Pitt Panthers. He was a dominant presence, 6'8", nearly 280 pounds, did 38 reps, enormous upper body strength. You think about running a 4.6 40 Todd vertical and 34.5 inches. You saw flashes with Margus Hunt. Ball location skills at times are lacking. But I'll tell you what, he can block kicks like no other. And I'll tell you what, if you think that's just a minor thing in the NFL, there were some personnel people I talked to in the league, Todd, said that's something kind of special that he brings to the table that can win or lose a football game in the NFL.
And it translates to the NFL. You're absolutely right. And part of it is his instincts. Part of it's his wingspan. You mentioned flashes. The best part of his flashes is that they increased as the season went on. This is an inexperienced guy who continues to get better and better. And his best tape I saw was the bowl game. He just has so much potential in front of him. It's exciting to see a young man like this just learning. He's going to keep getting better and better as his career progresses.
And Mike Zimmer will do a great job developing him. One of the best teachers in the NFL.
To announce the Miami Dolphins selection, please welcome from Bethune-Cookman, an undrafted free agent in 1967, Hall of Fame guard Larry Little.
'40 and counting, 17-0, baby. With the 54th pick in the 2013 draft, the Miami Dolphins select Jamar Taylor, defensive back from Boise State.
Nothing little about Larry's game or his pride in that undefeated season, but here is Jamar Taylor out of Boise State. A lot of varied opinions on this player.
I'll tell you what, it might have been varied opinions, Trey, but he was my 4th highest rated corner, and I think when you look at a kid 5'10 and a half, 192 pounds, who can run a 4.39 40, and this past year really put it all together. 3-year starter at Boise State. I thought he was a marginal prospect going into this season, really stepped it up. One of the stronger corners you'll ever find, 22 reps at the combine, plays the ball well, good instincts for the position, shows a lot of confidence, had a good Senior Bowl week as well, Todd, capped off his career playing his best football, and I think very much went from maybe a 5th round pick to a 2nd round pick based on his performance this season.
One of the important things when studying a cornerback is his burn percentage. How many times targeted versus how many times he was burned. Taylor had one of the best burn percentages of all the cornerbacks in this class. He really knows how to protect himself well. I think he's going to be a really good player at the next level.
He knows what's coming at him.
Yes.
The corners that scare quarterbacks the most are the ones that are in your head. They know what's coming before the ball snapped. You watch Jamar Taylor play. He understands route concepts. He understands situations. He understands everything that's going to come at him.
By the way, this was the pick that the Miami Dolphins got when they gave up Vontae Davis to Indianapolis. So they give up a corner, they get back a corner in the next year's draft. Back to Margus Hunt. He also said he learned to play by watching Madden video games or playing Madden video games. So lots to learn there. Bengals putting together a very nice little draft here if you look at what they've done so far. That's one perspective. For more perspective on what we've seen unfold tonight here in Radio City, let's go back up to the balcony. Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen. Guys,
well, as you know, the second round's actually had plenty of news, a lot of action. I think the biggest roar here came when the San Diego Chargers moved up to take Manti Te'o of the University of Notre Dame. We all know Te'o is over in Hawaii with his family. They got to be happy. It's a shorter flight. over across the Pacific Ocean to go to those Chargers game. And don't forget, the Chargers once had a great Polynesian linebacker named Junior Seau, who wore number 55. Teo wore number 5 at Notre Dame, but I think in the end, he's going to be a very happy man, just as the Chargers are.
Well, a couple of non-draft notes. The Dolphins traded Devon Best to Cleveland for swapping spots in 2 different rounds. The Bengals are re-signing their mammoth offensive tackle, Andre Smith. But the quarterback story of the night so far has been the New York Jets standing put at number 39 and selecting Geno Smith with the 7th overall pick in the 2nd round. This is going to complicate the quarterback situation in New York. They have a surplus of quarterbacks. They signed David Garrard. They drafted Geno Smith. They have Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow. And there are people who believe the Jets will consider releasing Mark Sanchez and designating him a post-June 1 salary cap casualty. That's something the organization is going to have to talk about. Some big decisions ahead and more quarterbacks still on the clock. Matt Barkley, Mike Glennon, Landry Jones, Ryan Nassib, all still out there waiting to see. You're watching the 2013 NFL Draft presented by Bud Light on ESPN.
It's the end of an era.
All the parties, the stories.
I'm gonna miss your smell.
You were my first.
What? I knew it.
It's true.
Oh, man, I'm sorry I broke your leg. I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
Keep the good times going with the crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Whoa. Check out this new couch.
Let's go.
Flat folding seats plus smart slide entry. The engineering of one detail means you won't always need the other. That's professional grade. Introducing the new GMC Acadia. Now lease the 2013 GMC Acadia SLE for around $299 per month.
Everybody has different investment objectives, ideas, goals, appetite for risk. You can't say one size fits all. It doesn't. That's crazy. We're all totally different.
iShares Core, ETF building blocks for your personalized portfolio. Find out why 9 out of 10 large professional investors choose iShares for their ETFs. iShares by BlackRock. Call 1-800-iShares for a prospectus, which includes investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Read and consider it carefully before investing. Risk includes possible loss of principal.
There are 17 championship banners in this building. 11 from Russell, 3 from Bird. I even helped raise one. But none of that matters now because we didn't win one last year. And we don't want the last one to be the last one.
ESPN's coverage of the 2013 NFL Draft is presented by Bud Light, the official beer of NFL fans. Here we go. And in part by GMC, the official vehicle of the NFL, and iShares by BlackRock. Visit iShares.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back inside Radio City Music Hall as we are working our way towards the end of the 2nd round of the draft. There have been a couple of trades. Green Bay has traded with San Francisco. San Francisco is now on the clock. By the way, behind them, Seattle and Baltimore have made a trade, so the 2 Super Bowl participants are picking back-to-back here. San Francisco goes up first, and then Baltimore, by way of Seattle, will pick after them. Let's go and see what San Francisco is going to do.
With the 55th pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the 5-time Super Bowl champion winners, San Francisco 49ers, select Vance McDonald, tight end, Rice.
Guy McIntyre with an answer to Merrill Hodges' 6-time Lombardi trophies for Pittsburgh. And you like Vance McDonald.
I really do, Trey, and I know the Niners do too. And here's the Vance McDonald. He's very versatile. Don't forget what the 49ers do. A lot of their offensive system is built around multiple tight ends. And those tight ends be able to be inline blockers, backfield blockers, pass receivers, and get down the field. They have Vernon Davis that can be the move guy. Vance McDonald can now line up as the inline guy, the guy attached to the tackle. His ball skills are totally developed to this point, but he looks like he does have some natural catching instincts. So you feel like the more opportunity he gets, the better he'll become. Really a great fit for the Niners.
Delaney Walker.
He went to Tennessee.
And that's a big hole because that's a vital part of their offense. Delaney Walker averaged over 16 yards a catch, led the 49ers in that area. He's in Tennessee now. They had a hole with that backup tight end, at number 2 tight end, which is a vital part of their offense. Vance McDonald will have to pick up some of that slack that was a loss with Delaney Walker moving on in free agency.
To that point, we also saw Delaney Walker really contribute on special teams this past year for San Francisco.
Oh, I love this
the Baltimore
guy.
Ravens and Trent Dilfer's best friend, Jonathan Ogden, now approaching the podium.
To announce the Baltimore Ravens selection, please welcome from UCLA, the 4th overall selection in the 1996 draft by the Ravens, 2013 Hall of Fame inductee, offensive tackle, Jonathan Ogden.
Thank you very much. With the 56th pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the current Super Bowl champion, Baltimore Ravens select Arthur Brown, linebacker, Kansas State.
Jonathan reminding everybody who currently holds the Lombardi Trophy, and you mentioned him, Mel, Arthur Brown.
So whoever's going to get Arthur Brown's getting a heck of a football player. He goes to the Ravens, who need an inside backer who can make some things happen. And obviously with Ray Lewis retired, Arthur Brown's got a great opportunity. Think about a guy who came from Miami of Florida, the brother of Bryce Brown. Great leader, great character, had 2 phenomenal years at Kansas State for Bill Snyder. 201 tackles over that 2-year period, 16.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 3 picks, and 9 pass breakups. He is a kid, Todd, who's a true leader, highly regarded. Colin Klein, quarterback for Kansas State, couldn't say enough about this kid. Practices hard, prepares hard, Trent, has the work ethic and the diligence that you need to be a great player.
I love this pick. Yep. I mean, you're trying to replace one of the greatest players that's ever played. You better go with somebody that has a high motor, high upside, can cover a lot of ground, step in. The moment isn't too big. Arthur Brown is the dude to step in for Ravens.
I thought outside of Alec Ogletree, he had the best range of any inside linebacker that I studied all season long. This is a perfect fit for the Ravens.
And what you really like about him, he went somewhere and failed, and it didn't crush him. He found a way to rebuild himself, do it again, and get himself going at Kansas State.
Great point.
Tyrann Mathieu playing pool. Might as well do something while you're waiting for your name to be called. Stay with us.
Sorry I'm late. Construction in Lincoln almost killed me.
Construction.
And I had to pick up my tux at the dry cleaners.
Right, the tux.
And parking was impossible. You know how it gets here.
Oh, sure, yeah.
With side blind zone alert, head-up display, and modular seating, it's engineered to handle whatever life demands.
Excuses, excuses.
Introducing the new GMC Acadia. That's professional grade.
Are you just gonna stare at her? It was weird. Good weird. She tasted like Doritos. And you just wanted to do it again. The Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Taco. There's a first time for everything.
It's hard to find an expert more dedicated than John Clayton. He's the consummate pro.
We'll see how the 4-3 and the cover 3 work together.
John Clayton with the latest.
Thanks, Dan. Take care.
And whenever we need a brilliant insight, he's available at the drop of a hat.
Hey, Mom! I'm done with my segment!
Did you know home appliance and major system breakdowns cost homeowners an average of $1,700 per year in repairs and replacements?
American Residential Warranty can help cover those costs with home service plans starting at less than $1 a day.
Plan options include coverage for central air, heat, and ductwork,
interior electrical systems and plumbing,
major kitchen appliances,
water heaters,
washers and dryers,
garage door openers,
ceiling fans, and more.
Even pools and spas.
American Residential Warranty replaced my dishwasher with a brand new one, and I only paid a small service fee.
I woke up on a Saturday morning
morning, there was no hot water in the shower. So I called American Residential Warranty. They sent a repairman to fix the problem the same day.
Call now. There's no obligation. But hurry, if you wait until you need a home service repair,
it'll be too late.
Call 1-800-666-6136. That's 1-800-666-6136, or log on to getahomeplan.com to find out which home warranty plan is right for you.
Well, here, this question from the Bud Light fan forum from Sprague Summers, at Sprague Summers on Twitter, you know, the social media site. When do you think Matt Barkley will go? And guys, as we are close to the end of the round, we've got to figure this out. We've only had 2 quarterbacks go. The last time we had less than 3 quarterbacks go through the first 2 rounds, it was 2000 when Chad Pennington was the only one to go. Trey Wingo here with Trent Dilfer, Todd McShay, and Mel Kiper Jr. We'll have that discussion when we can get to it, but right now we've got to go back because the Houston Texans are ready to pick.
To announce the Houston Texans selection, please welcome from Texas A&M, a 4th-round draft pick in the 1998 draft, center Steve McKinney.
With the 57th pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select DJ Swearinger, defensive back, South Carolina.
Well, the secondary of the Texans was victimized to the big play in the playoffs, especially against Tom Brady. And Aaron Rodgers threw a bunch of touchdowns against them in the regular season. This was an area they needed to address.
Mel, I don't think I studied a player on tape that talked more trash than DJ Swearinger. I mean, this guy, it looked like he was barking every single minute.
So you're saying his last name is appropriate?
Exactly.
Right.
He is a big-time hitter. He's a little bit better athlete than you think because of his size. And he comes up and he'll run the alley. Look at that.
Wow.
He just knocks guys out. He's going to have to be careful at the next level with the way he hits. He was suspended for a game because of it.
I think he was the 2nd best defensive player they had behind Jadeveon Clowney, who's probably going to be the #1 pick overall next year. Yeah, DJ Swearinger is a lights-out hitter. You think about running a 4.63 at the combine, but plays a lot faster than that. Tested out very well athletically with that 37 vertical. Bottom line is he's tough. He's physical, and he's a versatile playmaker. Plays the game really the way it was meant to be played. Now, you just wonder, Trent, in this day and age, how many penalties will he get for that intimidating performance?
The penalties and transitioning to a split safety look.
Yeah.
So he is a low box player. Safety behind him in center field, he's down around the box. A lot of these big hits are because he's roaming the middle of the field, blowing people up, delivering the slobber knockers. You have to be able to hold up and split safety looks. At some point in this pass happy league, they got to take that safety and move him down, back. Can he hold up in that situation? Because there's very little evidence in the SEC of him holding up there.
That brings up an interesting point when you consider who he might be paired with in that backfield, which is Ed Reed. If a guy needs to learn something, there's nobody better than Ed Reed back there to tell them exactly what he can and cannot do.
Yep. I think from a big picture perspective, it's interesting, too. We usually see an average the last 3 years of 3 safeties taken in the first 2 rounds. This is the 5th safety coming off the board. Teams are trying to figure out a way to match up with these tight ends. Swearinger, you're right. That's the area he's got to improve, but he can match up, I think, one-on-one against tight ends.
I agree.
And that's something he's going to be asked to do right away.
And there's a lot of pressure on Ed Reed and Swearinger because Glover Quinn was a heck of a player. Yeah. That was a big loss for them when he moves on to the Detroit Lions.
And if J.J. Watt is ruined in the front, they may not have to cover very long on a split safety look. They may be eating the quarterback, and the quarterback can't just sit back there and pick apart the 2 safeties. So it might be the perfect fit.
Well, we'll see what happens as that plays out. Meanwhile, the Denver Broncos are on the clock. Where will they go with the 58th overall selection? The 26th pick of the 2nd round. We're about to find out as the commissioner is walking to the podium. And let's go listen and see what Denver is going to do at 58.
To announce the Denver Broncos selection,